Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss chapter 17 of your science book, Forests, Our Lifeline. A forest is an area or a part of the land that is covered with trees and wide variety of plants. Not only this, forests form a complete ecosystem that includes various living organisms such as trees, shrubs, plants, microorganisms, wild animals, and birds. They also include non living or abiotic factors such as sunlight, air, nutrients, water, and rocks. And there are different kinds of forests present on the earth depending upon the geographical and climatic conditions of a particular region. Forests serve various purposes for human being as well as the nature, hence they are an important resource. Forests are home for various plant species like shisham, neem, palash, teak, amla, fig, bamboo, etc. And some common animals found in forest are lion, tiger, elephant, monkey, deer, zebra, jackal, snake, porcupine, etc. We get several useful products from the forest like wood, spices, gum, oil, honey, sealing wax, catechu, fodder for animals, and medicinal plants. Let's have a look at the structure of forest. The trees, shrubs, and herbs make different layers in the forest. The uppermost branch and leaves of tall trees, which acts as a roof over the forest ground, is called canopy. It is the highest layer of vegetation in the forest. The branch part of the tree above the stem is known as crown of the tree, and the crown of tree have different shapes. Next layer is understory. The different horizontal layers formed due to different types of crown in the forest is called understory. It consists of plants that grow above the forest floor but lower than the canopy. They require less amount of light in order to grow. The constituents of understory are top layer, shrub layer, herb layer, and forest floor. Top layer constitutes the giant and tall trees followed by shrubs and tall grasses. Shrub layer has many shrubs and bushes of approximately 1 to 2 meters of length from the forest floor. It makes dense layer at some places of forest where enough sunlight is present. Just below the shrub layer is herb layer of the plants. It is the lowest layer of vegetation in the forest having leafy plants, and most of the plants in herb layer have short lifespan. Next is forest floor. Plants found on forest floor are as small as mosses, liverworts, and lichens, and it has many kinds of insects, worms, toadstools, etc. Most of the forest floor is covered with dead and decaying matter and animal waste. Do you know what are the components of forest? The living organisms found in the forest are plants, animals, decomposers, and scavengers. The non-living environment of the forest provide nutrients, water, and carbon dioxide for the growth of the plants. So let's discuss about the various components of forest. First are plants. Green plants are living organisms also called autotrophs as they produce food by photosynthesis. They perform photosynthesis by absorbing nutrients and water from the soil, carbon dioxide from the air, and sunlight from the ultimate source of energy, that is sun. They provide food to all the living organisms which live in forest, and they are called producers. Next is animals. Forests have many animals and they are called consumers. The animals which eat only plants and their parts are called herbivores, whereas flesh eating animals are called carnivores. All animals are called heterotrophs because they depend on others for their food. Next component are decomposers. Mostly these organisms are microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. They feed on dead plants and animals and decaying matters and thus are called saprotrophs. These organisms are also called decomposers as they break down dead parts of the plant and dead bodies of animals into simple substances. They play a very important role in sustaining the forest. And the fourth one are scavengers. Those animals which eat dead animals are called scavengers like vulture, crow, jackal, hyena, and insects like ant, beetles, and termites. Scavengers are the cleaning agents of our environment, but these are not decomposers as they do not break down complex dead organic matter into simple one. Forests play a very important role in our life. They provide us with large number of products. They also purify air and water quality and maintain soil moisture and climate. So they are called lifeline. Forests provide us many useful products. The various things which are obtained from the forest are called forest products. And forests give us large number of useful products which we have already discussed. Forests maintain balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide. Plants in the forest releases oxygen during photosynthesis. This provides all animals including us with oxygen to breathe and helps to maintain the ratio of oxygen to carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. That is why forests are called green lungs. If the amount of carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere, it would result in the increase in Earth's temperature. Plants in the forest intake carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during photosynthesis. Hence, they help to maintain the right amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Forests maintain water cycle also. The forest trees suck water from the soil through their roots and release water vapor into the air through transpiration. This water vapor helps in the formation of clouds and bring rains on the earth. Thus, forests bring sufficient rainfall on the earth. In fact, about half the rain which falls in the forest area comes from the transpiration of forest trees themselves. In this way, forests help in maintaining a perfect water cycle in nature and meet our fresh water requirements. Forests prevent occurrence of flood. The forest acts as a natural absorber of rainwater and allows it to seep. It helps to maintain the water table throughout the year. Forests not only help in controlling flood but also help to maintain the flow of water in the streams so that we get a steady supply of water. On the other hand, if trees are not present, rain hits the ground directly and flood may occur. Heavy rain may also damage the soil. Roots of trees normally bind the soil together, but in the absence, the soil is washed away or eroded. The different kind of plants grow together in the forest, making different levels of layer and habitat for wild animals. In the absence of plants or trees, the soil will not hold water, which will cause flood and soil erosion. Forests provide habitat for wildlife. The different types of vegetation present in forest provide food and shelter to animals, birds and insects which live in forest. And this makes a food chain. So the question which strikes in our mind is, what is food chain? Food chain can be defined as the sequence of living organisms in which one organism feeds on another. A typical chain in grassland is grass, which is eaten by deer, and deer is eaten by lion. And a typical food chain in pond is algae, which is eaten by small fish, and small fish is eaten by large fish. Flow of energy in a food chain occurs in a definite manner. The sun is the ultimate source of energy for everything on the planet. Green plants or producers are able to harness the energy of the sun to make food. Energy from plants or producers is passed on from one organism to another. From the producers, the energy goes to primary consumers, that is herbivores, and is then passed to secondary consumers, that is carnivores. Thus, producers are always at the beginning of the food chain. So, we can say that forest is a dynamic living entity. By harboring greater variety of plants, the forests provide great opportunity of food and habitat for the herbivore. Larger number of herbivore means increased availability of food for variety of carnivores. The wider variety of animals help the forest to regenerate and grow. Decomposers help in maintaining the supply of nutrients to the growing forest. Therefore, the forest is a dynamic living entity. There is a continuous interaction between soil, water, air, plants and animals in a forest. And forest can regenerate on their own. The dead parts of the trees and plants, dead animals and animal waste like animal dung and droppings keep on collecting on the forest floor. Decomposers like fungi and bacteria degrade them into simple organic substances which are usable by plants in the form of humus. The humus makes the soil fertile by providing the nutrients. Moreover, the animals, birds, wind and water disperse the seed of the trees and plants on the forest soil, and these seeds obtain nutrients from the soil and germinate to form seedlings and ultimately grow to form the forest vegetation. Now it is clear that forests play a very important role in our life. So we should conserve forest. Paper is made from wood pulp that is produced from the wood of the forest trees. So to make paper, many trees have to be cut down from the forest. If all of us keep on collecting old newspaper, magazines, books, notebooks, etc., and send them to the paper mills for recycling through a junk dealer, we will able to save many forest trees from being cut down. Some of the other ways to conserve forest are excessive cutting down of forest should not be allowed by the government. More trees should be planted in the forest in place of cut down trees, and paper products such as old newspapers, magazines, books, notebooks, etc. should be recycled to conserve forest. A large number of forest trees are being cut down every day to meet the various demands of the increasing population, and this is called deforestation. If forests disappear, we have to face various consequences. If there are no trees and plants, there will be no photosynthesis. So no carbon dioxide of the atmosphere will be used, and this will increase the level of carbon dioxide, resulting in the increase of temperature of the earth. In the absence of trees, plants and animals will not get food and shelter. So this will disrupt the whole cycle of life, and gradually life might disappear from the land area of the earth. The roots helps in holding the soil during rain, and also soil is able to hold water. In the absence of trees, the soil will not hold water, which can cause flood. The continuous deforestation is threatening the different form of life, including human beings. So we can say that forests are very important for us. They are natural habitat for large number of plants and animals. They help in maintaining the oxygen and carbon dioxide balance. They help in bringing good rainfall. They help to protect soil from erosion. They absorb rainwater and helps to maintain water table. We get medicinal plants, timber and many other useful products from the forest. And many people live in forest, and forests provide them with food, water, shelter and medicines. So this is all about the forest. So we will end the chapter with the promise that we will conserve forest and will plant more and more trees. Thank you very much.